Hello and welcome to the webinar Glazing Options Facade. My name is Kai Lindbrugger and I like to introduce some functions. The first is the glazing with glazing rebate reduction profiles. Then we talk about the adapter gaskets for insert units of a facade. And I also like to show you a function which is called a reference glass and explain what is this about. And for that, I go directly into my SchüCal, and I've prepared a facade FWS 50. And this facade has got two different kind of panels and glass. So the panel is currently an 38 millimeter panel, and also is the glass, which is here blue colored. And if we take a closer look to the section, and then we see, okay, I've got equal glass thicknesses, and also the thickness of the panel, they are both 38 millimeter. And according to our glass tables, I got the appropriate gaskets here for that. Okay, then I go to close, and then let's do the following. I want to change the glass now from 38 millimeter here of the G1 to 40 millimeter. And for that, I go to the load function, and I also have prepared here the second glass of 40 millimeter, which I select now. And then I go to OK. And now let's take a close look to the same section here. You see, because of our glazing tables, you get here a gasket of the 40 millimeter glass. And for the panel, you get the glass rebate reduction profiles you see here. And sometimes you do not like to get the glass rebate reduction profiles. You want to get a thicker gasket also here. And for that, we've got a technical setting. I click now in the background and go to the technical settings of my facade. And here we've got a glazing headline. And here you've got a function glazing with glass rebate reduction profiles. As soon as you uncheck this box here, and we take a closer look here to our construction, you see that SchüCal has changed now to a thicker glass gasket and has removed the glass rebate reduction profiles here. And we can recommend the following. If you want to get this setting as a standard, please go to the General tab and go to the system default settings of your facade and do the changes as you like. And as soon as you open a new project, the new settings will take effect. Well, there's also another option. And for that, I like to show you how it works with a kind of opening here. Instead of a fixed glazing, I'll want to add the opening type 210, which is a top light here. And I click on OK, and let's see what happens here. The top light is inserted, and I change now here my profile system to AWS 75 SI, right, like that. And now, if we take also a closer look to this section here, and I double click on my section, you see SchüCal is able, because of the size of the insert outer frame, to get a bigger gasket here. But what happens if you change the insert outer frame to a smaller one? I do this now, and instead of 68870, you see that here it's a little bit larger, the insert part. I use 382660, and then I go to OK and see what happens then. SchüCal uses also the glass rebate reduction profiles, as you can see here. And also for this, there's a setting. I go back in my technical settings here, and here you find the headline type, and here you find adapter gaskets for insert unit. If you check this box, SchüCal does the following. Let's check the section again. I get now here an adapter gasket even for the smaller insert outer frames. Also for that, I can do, if you also or always like to work with this adapter gaskets, please check your technical settings in general in order to get the thicker gaskets instead of the glass rebate reduction profiles. And picture the following. So that is a normal facade, FWS, as you can see here. And picture the situation that is one part of a bigger facade, and the next part should be fire protection system of FWS, BF, for example, and you need a thicker glass for this fire-resistant facade. So, but you want to get the reference of the outer glass, of course, in one line. Then you can do the following. Here you find an option. You see, it's called reference glass. And now you can tell this FWS facade, it shouldn't be glazed like a 40mm facade. It should be glazed like, for example, a 50mm glass thickness. And so you uncheck this box, calculate automatically. And now if you add 50mm glass, the entire facade is glazed like a 50mm facade. And that means that the 50mm glazing option here requires the glass rebate reduction profiles again. So that means to get all the profiles and the reference of your glass in one line with the next part of the facade, you can act this facade with a 50mm glazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was this small video about the glazing of the facade. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this and that this small video will help you in your all-day work. And again, thank you for your attention and keep healthy. And I say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.